We're going to be talking about evaluating expressions, and you'll notice there's a lot of vocabulary in my language. So we have to know, what is an algebraic expression? Well, it's an expression, so that means there's no equal sign. If you don't have an equal sign, it's called a phrase. So it is a mathematical phrase that consists of letters and numbers. A mathematical phrase that consists of letters and numbers, and a more sophisticated word for letters is variables. Okay? So one property I need you to know is a substitution property. And it says if A equals B, then A may be replaced with any value of B, because they're the same thing. So A and B can be interchanged because equality, they're the same. So to evaluate an expression with variable replacements, you are going to substitute the variables with their given values, and then each time you substitute a variable with a number, put parentheses around the number. Highlight that. Highlight that. You're going to see this time and time again in algebra. Almost one of the most important rules is put parentheses around what you're evaluating. And then you follow order of operations. So look at number 1. I'm going to substitute. So if A equals 2, so same thing here, I can look at this expression, and now I can substitute the value for 2 in for A. So I'm going to bring down that. It's going to be 2. When I bring down my B value is 4, so I'm putting parentheses around 4. But notice it's squared above. So I don't put the squared value inside that parentheses. No. I only put what B is inside those parentheses. That's why the parenthesis piece is so important. And then I bring down my addition sign, and then my C value is 7. So now I have this expression which I can simplify. 4 squared is 16 times 2, and then I'm going to multiply. 16 times 2 is 32, plus 7, finish it out, and my answer is 39. So that's what I should be getting for number 1. All right, let me erase this, and then we're going to do some more. You can be trying number 3 while I'm getting my screen ready, and then let's see if we get the same thing. Okay, all right. So remember, everything looks exactly the same except in the parentheses is my variable. So I'm going to bring A down, and A is 3. So notice, 3 is in the parentheses. That squared value is not in the parentheses. My B value is -4 minus, so minus I bring down, and then in parentheses, my B value is -4. Close my parentheses because B is -4, and then you have squared. Okay, so important to put parentheses around. And now I follow order of operations. 3 exponents first. 3 squared is 9 times -4 minus, what is -4 times -4 squared? That means -4 times -4 is positive 16. So 16 inside here, but because that's minus, I bring it down, and I get minus 16. Now I do -36 minus 16, and I get -52. -52 will be my answer on number 3. All right, let's take a look at number 5. Again, highlight this, because this is where students typically make a mistake. I bring down that negative sign. Negative does not go in parentheses. The only thing that goes in parentheses is the value of your y. So that negative is outside, and then I bring in y, which is 2. So 2 is in parentheses, and then it's squared, and then minus 3 times -4 times 2. Okay, I want you to finish this one and see if we get the same answer. So pause me, do what you need to do. Okay, you're back. All right, so exponents first. So watch this. Most times students want to say that this is -2. No. Exponents first. 2 squared is 4. Then you bring down that negative, okay? Look over here. This really is saying a negative 3 times a negative 4 times a 2. This whole term is being multiplied together. Commutative property says order doesn't matter. So I can do 4 times 2 is negative 8. Negative 8 times negative 3 is positive 24. You could also do negative 3 times negative 4 is positive 12. 12 times 2 is 24. Positive 24. So now when we combine, I get my answer of 20. So 20 will be my answer there. Okay? Jump down or turn your page over and start on number 7. Let's see if we get the same number there as well. Okay, we're going to do 7, 9, and 11 together. All right, so A is 3. So I get 3 squared plus 4 squared all over 3 minus 4. I didn't put parentheses around them. I could have, but because it's just one positive integer, I'm not getting too terribly lost. So here, exponents first. 3 squared is 9. 4 squared is 16, and it's telling me to add them together. So I get 25. And then 3 minus 4 is a negative 1. I can simplify this even further, and I get my answer is negative 25. That's what I should be getting for number 7. All right, take a look at number 9. All right, x is 2, so in parentheses is 2 squared minus 2, and then x is 2 minus a negative 2. Look what I did there. I brought down my minus, and in parentheses is y, which is negative 2. So you have 2 negatives there, so be cautious. And then when I finish it out, I get minus negative 3 cubed, okay? So order of operations, I can do exponents first. So 2 squared is 4. And I'm going to come over here and do negative 3 cubed because it's exponent again. So that's negative 3 times negative 3 times negative 3, which is positive 9 times negative 3, and it's a negative 27. So when you have minus a negative 27, a minus and a negative becomes positive. So be careful there. So I'm going to rewrite it to be 4 minus 2. Same thing, a negative times a negative is a positive. So it becomes 2 plus 2, which is 4. And then over here, a minus and negative is positive 27. So now I have negative 2 times 4, which is negative 8. And bring everything down. 4 minus 8 plus 27. Order of operations or commutative property says I can combine any way I want. I can't subtract. But if I use it as an integer, remember integers are any numbers, negative and positive, I can combine them. So negative 8 and 4 is negative 4 plus 27. And then 27 minus 4 is 23. So 23 should be your answer there. All right. Let's take a look at number 11. Hopefully you've already started number 11. Okay. So I bring down that negative sign. In parentheses goes my a value, which is negative 2. Close my parentheses. Notice again, that negative is not inside the parentheses, it's outside. So negative, and then a is negative 2, and then squared, minus 2 times b times c. Notice b is 3, c is negative 3, minus the absolute value of negative 3. Okay, so exponents first. Negative 2 squared is positive 4. Don't do this first. Don't put positive 4 there. That's not right. It's negative 2 squared is positive 4. Then you bring down that negative. I can go ahead and evaluate this absolute value of negative 3, which is 3. So it becomes minus, so I bring down that minus 3. Now, what I want you to see here is that you're multiplying all 3 of these together. A negative 2 and a 3 and a negative 3. So commutative property says any order you want. So I can do negative 9 times negative 2 is a positive 18. Okay? So negative 4 plus 18 is 14 minus 3 and then I get 11 is my answer there. So hopefully you're getting some practice with that. If not, come see me or come to tutoring. Good luck.